Neighbors are an important part of beekeeping. May not always think about that, but they really have a lot of input on how we run our operation. We've been doing this now for a long time. Kim and I talked about the fact that there were neighbor issues as long ago as 130 years ago. This is nothing new. You don't always get to know your neighbors until you really get up close and personal. They take their lawns very seriously. They take their world very seriously. So being a good bee neighbor is important. Some of the things that are neighbor issues are these kinds of things. Stinging, first and foremost, is the issue that concerns neighbors. Most people think that they really have a life-threatening risk of bee stings. They're frightened of those. Water. These bees are collecting water at a bird watering device from my neighbor. The backdrop on this video is in this pool here where all these bees are dead in this saltwater pool that resulted in a complaint about the homeowner here. And then, of course, the ubiquitous swarms that leave and can never stay on your property and have to go over to the neighbor's property where they all cluster up and hang for a while. If you have particularly bad luck, they stay there for a few days, but hopefully you get them. One of the things that drives neighbors crazy is where bees poop. In this case, on the hood of their car. Sometimes it's on the side of the house. So defecation pathways can be a really serious problem for neighbors who are not really certain what's going on. Beekeeping can't be held blameless in this. People have to change. So if you decide to get bees, people all around you are going to have to make adaptations to that decision because these bees are wide-ranging animals. Keeping bees in town isn't the same thing as traditional beekeeping. At this point, stop the video and have a look at these factors that I've listed for you here. I'll not read them to you at this point. But they're important considerations on what we as beekeepers need to keep bees close to other people who themselves are not beekeepers. And the last item is, so much as possible, do whatever you can to help the person who is your neighbor, who is your relative, who's not in beekeeping. So for the moment, we're in good shape. Let's do what we can to stay in good shape and be good neighbors.